Hello, people. I know you can't see me yet. Let me button. Hello, how are we all doing today? I hope everyone's well. Evening, Mike. Evening, Can't Be Arsed. Evening, Lou. Evening, Mike at Bolton. How are we all doing tonight? I hope everyone is well. We are indeed, or we're all Wednesday, aren't we? Won't lie, feeling very flat and dejected this dream because head says we've gone. Heart says we might still do it while there's a point, but I don't see it. Ian Green Fingers, how you doing, mate? That game at the weekend just summed up our season in a nutshell. We can make chances. We can't bury the chances. We can't finish them. Now, it's all right saying we hit the post, we hit the crossbar, there was that really good save by the keeper. But if you can't finish the chances you have created, you put yourself in a big problem now. And I'm all geared up in my head, ready for a League One tour next year. I'd love to be proven wrong. I really love to be proven wrong and that it can happen. And they can do it because they have shown at times that the team can change things and change it about and do different things. But that game at the weekend just said everything that's wrong with us at the moment as a club. It's just whenever we have the opportunity to do something, we don't take it. The opportunity to take it in our hands. Every time it seems to be closer in our hands, we can't seem to get there. Now, it looks like looking at a lot of the lads' social medias, they've got a couple of days off, which I know people are going to get annoyed when I say this, but I don't blame them for having a couple of days off, kind of thing. Might be what they need to clear the head for the next 2 games. That 2 or 3 games. The other issue you've got going into the next game as well is that I don't want any of the players looking at social media. I just don't during their time off or their after the games have been played tomorrow. I don't want people looking up results. I want them to go into that game thinking that there's no games already and it's already out there, kind of thing. The games on the weekend, Sunday. Yeah, it just did. It just, you had people like Coventry not turning up against Birmingham. You have the only game that went for us. Hi, Debbie. How you doing, love? I hope you're well. The only game that went for us was the Huddersfield game. Game, mate. Hope you're fine. Yeah, we're not bad, mate. Just, I'm not looking forward to League One football again. But when you also now look at what's going on with things like, say, the situation with Charles Pierce's contract, the video I've made. Contract talks are stalled. So, right now, he's our only first-team goalkeeper from the next season if Dawson don't get a new contract, which I doubt he will. And we're already stalling on his contract. What kind of position does that put us in when we go to maybe sit down and do contracts with some players we do want to keep who are in there, or with players who we want to bring to the club? It feels like it's set up for another one of those naff, everything gets brought in last minute deals where we don't need that for next season. Right now we've got 8 players technically contracted for the club for next season. And we need 8. We need more than that. We need cover. Granted, it'll be a complete reset. 23 people watching, 13 likes up, please. You haven't missed anything, mate. I've barely started. I really don't want to go back to League One. It's looking like League One. I think the annoying thing about I was done defending DC a long time ago. Run pump man. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but the end is it really gonna happen? The draws at home will cause. Oh yeah, it will do. There were too many games in the last couple of games, especially where we needed to win. We needed to win and we didn't. Draws are normally great. if you're not in the position we're in, draw, put you mid-table. If we're not in the position we're in, draw, put you mid-table, then that's fine. And I think everyone goes start at the end of the season go, you know what, a mid-season finish after where we were, great. It's not wins, it's not losses. And that's the kind of thing you need. But we had 2 games that came back-to-back in a really bad period for us. We were on a good 4-game winning streak, which then ended by getting stuffed by the 2 top teams. You look at the Norwich game. We could have won that, but we shouldn't have gone 2-0 down in the first place to come back. You look at this game at the weekend. We should have been 3-0 up at halftime, and we weren't. We can make chances. We don't bury them. We don't bury the creative chances. That's the issue. That is the issue with us. You look at Swansea. We really should have gone for it. Punk needs you to motivate me here. Do we stay up or do we go down? Head says, I'll put it this way. I've said head said we're down, heart said we might do it. It's going to be one hell of a slog if we do it. I saw your video on Saturday and I agree I don't see a win. The thing is, I don't see a win from the next one. Even though Blackburn Rovers are not great in terms of stuff. They're not great in terms of the situation that we've got going forward. We need to start finding a job for it. And this is the thing that is annoying me, is that the time where the players look like they can do stuff, and then the time they just buckle. And it does my head in. It does my head in because we can see what they're trying to do at times. This season is just dressed. Yes, it is, Richard. Very much so. This is the kind of season where I wish I was just a fan and not a content creator, because I could just do it. Let's be real. We lose to Blackburn. We're down, aren't we? Yeah, pretty much. We lose to Blackburn. We are down. Big Dave would have done a job for us. Yeah, he would have done. I hate Windass that last game. Stupid. He didn't play well. 2 wins and 7 draws will keep us up. Got a feeling we'll do it. We all thought we were dead and buried with Peterborough, and we did it. Yeah, but you're going against a Blackburn Rovers team that are looking on the up and know that a win or draw for them keep them up. It's just, you look at the 2 teams you've got to come up against. 2 wins and a draw, yeah, you're up. But even Danny said he doesn't think 50 points is safe this year. We're gonna have to go at this a big slog. I always find us as a club and a fan base, we're always a bit better when we're written off. When we've all gone, oh look, we're out of it, we're down, we're out of it. Look at the Peterborough game. No one saw getting back into that. And I think as a fan base, we're better when we actually go, hey, we're done. Kind of thing, if that makes sense. But I get what you're saying, Mike. I feel against Blackburn, they will catch us on the break after we get a goal. Yep, it just went away. Either give Blackburn a win or pull off a miracle. Yep. 42 point would have meant safety last season. Just a little. Yeah, 42 points would have meant safety last year, and 90 odd points would have been promotion from League One last season. Last season, what we got, 90 odd points would have got you promoted with Derby on 82. It's ridiculous. Mentally, I'm saying we're down. Ian, DJ, hope you're well, mate. Might get a point at Sunderland. That's it. If we go down, do you think we will lose? Who do you think will let go or lose? I think most of the players who are out of contract will go. You'll probably keep the likes of possibly a Bannon and a Palmer, but I think most of that lot will go. I'd like us to put the boat out and try and get Bernard in. Generally, I really like to get Bernard in, because if we could get Bernard in and him really go into what we're doing for the future, it would be good. West Brom are not doing great though, DJ. West Brom are not doing great. It could be one of the jobs where we do it. We need a youth squad, mate. Players like most Leicester from Burley would do a job. Yeah, true. End of game, fans were dejected. Oh, we were all dejected, mate. All those sides around us are getting miracles. So we must be due ours. Yeah, you hope so, Run Punch. You doubt Bernard. Bernard will have other people looking at him. I don't know on Bernard. I think Danny could very much persuade him to stay and get it sorted. It depends what he wants in contract. It depends if we can give him what he wants, kind of thing. No, Paul contracted till 2025. Paul contracted till 2025, so we've got him for another year. 44 people watching, 20 likes up, please. Also, for next season, Debrief will be on a Monday. All debriefs that are from the weekend games will be Monday game because it gives me a chance to have a look over everything. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the championship is a youth league. These old players don't quit it. I kind of agree. You know, we got 3 games left. We need to win them all. That's all. See you all. Only kidding. Hi, Jez. How you doing, mate? Maybe this weekend will be our weekend. Come on, Rotherham. Yeah, Rotherham need to beat Birmingham, but I can't say it. We always get walloped by teams not so great though, Punk. Yeah, but also at the same time, we've been beat by teams that not doing so great, but at the same time, different situation. I think a lot of people thought we could have potentially got smashed by QPR, and they were doing really well. QPR were doing great. That good, love him. Gassama and Masaba, they're on contract, mate. They're on contract till 2026 and 2028. So if they do go, people are going to have to pay for them, which is interesting. I've done my bookies list for the Transfer League 1 and Championship. Yeah, I've kind of done one. Hey, KH, how you doing? If we stay up, I mean, yeah, here's my take on it. I'll read that in a minute. Do we say if we win all 3, that the thing knowing, or if we do it and still not get out of it? That could be our season's Amoid. There is a possibility of that completely doing it. But here's the thing, like Glenn just said, QPR and Stoke are not completely out of it yet. And that could be the thing. Birmingham 3 points next game, meaning we can't climb out even if we win. We then be going into the last 2 games, still in the relegation zone with automatic -1 point. Definite to everyone due. I think the thing is the goal difference is the thing. Due to goal difference, still mathematically, but so it's tough. Yeah, that's the thing. It's mental that there's about from our position to about mid-table, anyone could finish 14th. Huddersfield, Birmingham still to come. That game, that Birmingham Huddersfield game, I'd just take a draw out of them and just leave it. I'll be honest, I'd just take a draw and be like, done. 43 people watching, 20 girls likes up, please. Yeah, 53 points might not be enough. Danny's even said 50 odd points might not even be enough. And that would be a very Wednesday thing to do, considering we didn't get promoted with 96 points, and that wasn't enough, and we had to go through playoffs. And then this season, it could be we don't stay up, even though we've hit the magic 50 points. That's how mental the league is this season. That's how mental the league was last season. You look at everything from the top and bottom of the table, it is so tight. You look at someone like Sunderland and Bristol City, and I think Watford, they're safe. Our top scorer is on only 7. Yeah, but that's 7 goals from someone who come out on loan. That's not our player. But in my mind, I've resigned to getting relegated, so anything other is a bonus yet. I got too high before the Stoke game. Look, if we win our next game and one more of our rivals, lose the whole picture change. Remember, we aren't the only ones surfing. Oh, we're not. We're not, Jez. You're right. You are completely right. We're not. It's just very hard at the minute to find a big positive at the minute, because that game at the weekend was there for us to do. Anyone know what hotel West Brom will be at? That game at the weekend was hard to really do. Sunderland could put the final nail in our coffin, then Nick Hammond. Jack Fisher, the manager situation with Sunderland, they look like they're going after Will start at Rems. I can't stress this enough. Whoever comes in for our manager will have to pay. And Plymouth are not the kind of people I don't think they want to pay for manager. And I think Danny's release clause is ridiculous. Kind of thing. I can understand why people are seeing it, but everything Danny said, Jack, says he's staying. Plymouth had 2 away games and a tricky home tie with a 4-point head start. Still possible that they add more points now. I think Plymouth is pretty much safe, though. Plymouth look like they're safe. Between Stoke, QPR, Huddersfield, us, and Birmingham, I think. Saturday had mirror images of Swansea. Oh, it was identical. What would you say is in Danny's release clause? It would be, I don't know, but it's a lot, mate. It would be a lot. If we lose Danny, we lose Danny. Simple as that. Can't do anything about let's get the Cooper instead if he leaves. Good shout. He will want a lot more control than Danny got, though. I accept that the analytics, we've been terrible at the weekend, but we weren't. We deserved to beat Stoke. It just bad luck, and we should be confident. I think that's the thing. I think at the end of it, I was very... You saw how I was. And... You bury those 3 chances in the first half. Don't get back into that. It changes the whole thing. It changes how the crowd is. We've got 7,000 fans going to an away game, which will make it sound like a home game if we win or we do well. Here's the thing. If we start burying those chances, fantastic. I will say, since we've lost Pervader, we have lost that little bit of spark. But... For me, I think the idea about, I think the idea that this week a lot of the players have got a couple of days off makes sense. I think he wants to go get them mentally reset. Not physically, which does help, but mentally reset so they can go for it. But I get what you're saying, Jez. I do completely get what you're saying. Let's not just about whether Danny stays. It's not about it... or not, it's about team as well. Yeah, true. As much as I've done my bucket list, I'm really interested to see. I'm interested to see what Danny's full transfer window will look like because we've never seen one. Do you personally think... I personally believe Danny will stay, yes, even if we go down. I don't think relegation will be a bad thing. I think relegation gives us a chance to reset the structure and reset the culture. I think if you get rid of players who are... not really fitting the culture and stuff, I think it probably is a good thing to reset it. Like, we all thought going down to League One was bad, but then again, you look what Darren did. Darren reset the culture on how things was, and you could see. So maybe it's something like that helped. Thought that were one of our poorest guys. They were very poor. They weren't great, were they? I think their goal was very lucky just to get us on the break. I said I'd take 4 points from Stoke Blackburn. It can be done. Yeah, you did. I do remember you saying that, Danny. I do remember that. 48 people watching, 25 likes. Get those likes up, people. I've much appreciated it. Also, after this, if you could do me a favour, please go and watch Talking Wednesday podcast. Once we're done, I will leave a link in the description once we're done there because we did it on Saturday and it was up Sunday. I'm going Blackburn 3-0 hat-trick. I don't... DJ, I love you. You're a really good mate, but I never get this idea of like putting a prediction against us being beat. I never get it. Thinking how many work permits he will bring in, players and set PK. It'll be a lot. We didn't sign the players that quit for the Championship when we were in League One. We didn't sign the players that quit for the Champions. Yeah, but we didn't. The problem is, it goes to the video that I did for 5:30. Everything is short-term vision. There's no long-term vision or long-term goal. The people who come in to manage it, i.e. Darren, i.e. Danny, they had the long-term vision. But it's all short-term thinking by the man at the top. Chansiri's thing is all short-term thinking. And that's the problem. That is the big problem. Wow, it's properly raining outside. That is the problem. It's all short-term thinking. And that's my thing for it. We do have to start getting a championship team in League One if we do. But we're taking a lot of fans that give you right to 11th man. Will be there. The only thing I can say for Stoke is that Schumacher made better use of his subject, but even with that point, their player can't be very confident. I agree. Ubben Mick could have lifted all the lads that it went in, looked like he would give it was not giving 100% if you ask me. It was a good save, to be fair. Glad that my topic. Oh, no worries. Lou. Yeah, Steve, I think we'll get battered. Thing is, I don't know. It's the kind of game where you look at the stat that they haven't won there since, I think, February or January, and you think we'll get battered. But it's that kind of game. Everyone thought we'd get battered at QPR. Even me. When we played QPR, we all thought we'd get battered. Rightly or wrongly. But we got a 2-0 result. It's that kind of weekend. To be fair, the reaction to to us going up, shocking our recruitment. We are shocking, and we so not prepared. Don't want to blame Chancery, but it's sort of his fault with that. I think you've got to do it. Ipswich and Plymouth at bet Ipswich are a team we should compare to. There was no long-term expectation. There was no long-term threat for Danny Roll and Darren Moore in charge, in my opinion. Yep. I think if we get I'm not touching Connor Wickham in a 10-foot bar pole. Good player back in the day, but not. Blackburn are really good away from home, but shite at home. It's hard to lose in my eyes. I agree. Unfortunately, we'll lose revenue in League One, though, through TV money, ticket sales. Well, ticket sales are already gone. So there's so many people who are not buying season tickets this year. The TV money better, but it's not as good. There are more games that are going to be on telly in League One under the new Guy Fawkes. I think it's 248 League One and League Two games. So there are more games going into it. It's a better level of cash for the Championship than it is thing. Yeah, good save, but it should have hit the net. Yeah, I think what that situation with that chance, he had it and the goalkeeper pulled off a worldie. You look at the Michael Smith goal. I don't know what the hell Windass is doing on the keeper, but that cost us a goal there. I think the little things like that you keep seeing and you're like, how can we improve this? Like, one of the big things is that we got to start looking at how we build the club down the line and in the future, because we have to start having a long-term vision. We can't keep doing this thing where we get to an end of the season and we got 18, 12 players out of contract. It doesn't do players any good. It's like you're going. It's like at the end of the season, Chancery going, I'm going to do your performance as how you've been for your financial year. I'm going to do a employee performance and see how you've been. Well, you've been terrible. We're going to get rid of you. Or you've been great, but we want to give you a contract. But company B want to give you a bigger contract in a better position with better hours and more money. You're going to go to company B. If it's like that, that's the problem. It's run like a business, but not run like a football business when it comes to contracts, and it really should be. And with what we do and how we do stuff, we got to look at what happens at things like recruitment, at things like training ground. Like Danny said, he wants to sort Middlewell Road out. I don't think I do have a coat. I'll be down here for some time. Yeah, you can hear that rain tonight. It's properly belting. We've got a lot, yeah, but they've got investment, Danny. They got 40% investment coming in from America. They got money coming in. We don't. That's the thing. Just change one man to improve. Great B, it does change one man to improve the club, but that one man needs to want to sell. I can't tell you to sell your house if you don't want to sell it. Problem is that the squad is too old and there's no overall plan for the future. Squad needs a big change at the beginning of the season, but it never have. We couldn't do a big change in the beginning of the season because it was all fucked up from the Chancery Darren Moore stuff. There was no way of doing a big. There was no way of doing a change. We had to do last minute signings, and you could say the likes of bringing in Gassama and Masaba were really good signings in the end, and they were really good signings. They were young signings. They got us a bit excited, but you didn't have that finished article kind of thing. We'd avoided the end of season uncertainty if we knew for sure which division we were going to be in. We don't, and that's just how it is. I think, yeah, but there's some players in that squad that you could turn around and say you could have said that about a couple of seasons. It's not the first season we've had a lot of players out of thing. We should have really won that on Saturday. Yeah, we should have done. Yeah, but we can't get investment. I don't think it's the case we can't get investment. I think there's a stubbornness to not go and get investment. The thing that pisses me off is how many times when they have to reboot until they get it right and get promoted seems like a waste of time. That's most clubs though, mate. Most clubs have to do a reboot each time. Masaba Kanamadi, Gasama Ugbo. If we get him, he will tear League One new Arsenal. I think you're right. We need a good referee for Sunday. Last one was trash. Yeah. Jesus, them three were strong. Will be strong in League One. Exactly. Look at any club, but while playing out from the and not taking our chances, we do bad. True. Would you play Gregory versus Blackstones? He's injured, mate. You can't play Gregory anyway. He's injured. He got a hamstring pull. He pulled his hammy. Gregory's not fit. He made it very clear a couple of press conferences were like Gregory's not fit, so we won't be able to see Gregory anyway. 46 people watching, 26 likes. Get those likes up, please. I would much appreciate it. Every little does help. But this is the thing. We want to have investment, right? And I'm all for that. People know I have been at the point where I'm ready to. I'm ready. I won't lie. I'm ready for the season to end. Pardon me. I get to the point in the season where. Did I not bring a drink down? Bollocks. I get to the point in the season where I am. I throw so much into it. I get to the point in the season where I burn out a little bit. I thought Smith was good. He was very good. Oh, Rachel Welsh's penalty was ridiculous. It was never a penalty in a million years, but it was the first time when he came for us. Windass was shite on Saturday. Patterson should have started. I think Patterson only didn't start because they just didn't want to risk injury. We can't register Delgado, mate. Everyone who can be registered is registered. Patterson took that last spot, and so did Gregory. We can't register Delgado anymore. That bridge is gone. Delgado cannot be registered for this season. He's done. Sadly. It would be nice to see what Danny thought of him. I would like to know what Danny thought of him as a player and how he is. But we do have to start looking at how we tackle next season. Kind of thing. Why is it conscious? Because she's a woman. KH. Because she's a woman. Thing is, I am all for women getting into the game and reffing and being part of the game because of it. But from all the times I've seen her ref, she's not good. I don't rate her as a ref. I really don't. She is naff. She's given some absolute corkers. Last game, home game could be toxic. I don't think it will be, Glenn. I actually don't think it will be toxic. Honest with you. I actually don't think it will be toxic. I think it'll be saying goodbye to some players. I don't think it will be toxic. I think everyone's already resigned themselves to how the season is and how it is. I don't think it will be toxic. I think a lot of fans came out of that game on Saturday very much thinking, okay, let's make the most of what players are here, kind of thing. That's the impression I get, is that I think a lot of people will want to do it. I am not doing a watch along for Blackburn. That is on Dexterity Boxer channel for that one, but I am doing as soon as on the Monday. I'll be doing the debrief, and I think we're doing a pod afterwards. I think Dex has got the Blackburn one. I think for next season, I think we're going to figure out who does what watch-alongs and stuff like that kind of thing. But I did Norwich, and I said if I do Norwich, he can do Blackburn, and that's the agreement we came to. But I will be in his chat for it, and be modding the chat and being there. But I think it's going to be interesting. I generally think it's going to be interesting to what next season looks like, kind of thing. If we win against Blackburn, I think we stay up, maybe. It's a shame you can't deregister Gregory if he's out for the season. Yeah, you can't do that, though. If that happened, everyone would be doing it. Everybody would be doing that left, right, and centre if that was the case, mate. A lot of the rules that are in place are things that have been put in place by saying, don't you think fans feel kicking teeth? Not really, mate. No, I don't. I think a lot of fans I think a lot of fans have already felt kicked in the teeth this season. I think a lot of fans are already feeling like it's probably done. There are a couple who feel like there may be a chance. I'm slightly in the maybe a chance in, but I'm also in the camp of I've got one foot in, I think it's done. Kind of thing. I don't think fans will see it as a kick in the teeth. When you look at what happened at the start of the season, Glenn, everybody, and I mean everybody, should have been sat down going, survival is the only thing we can think for with how everything went. Kind of thing. With how everything went in the summer, survival was the only thing we could ask for. Because we had a naff transfer window, we're bringing in a couple of decent players, and only a couple. Paul got good now. Masaba and Gassama look good. And Bernard. Out of what we've brought in, I think that's what you can say been the good ones. But we needed more than what we got in the transfer window. We needed a lot more. I think credit to Marvin Johnson, kind of thing. 6 points out of the next 3 might just be enough. It might be. This message all down to DC. He needs to go, but he won't. Can't. Need to go, but won't. Can't we do? And can't we do? No, we can't do anything. Ian and John, how you doing, mate? My nerves are about as good as your nerves, mate. Not great. No offense. I want Rotherham to beat you on Saturday. I really do. Where did that 3-0 come from? You're meant to be as shit as we are. I don't feel kicking teeth this season. It was never going to be easy. We knew that from the moment we went up. Yep. And the thing is, most clubs had an advantage. They had 2 to 3 things. Yeah, but Ugbo's technically not from the summer. I'm saying from the summer of players who are ours, DJ. Ugbo has been good, but he's not ours. A team who got promoted should have used the promotion has a platform and not this. Yeah, but how can he have Glenn, how can you have that platform from promotion when everything goes on behind the scenes like it did? Yeah, I agree with you. A club that gets promoted like that, like we did, we should have gone on even more. But when everything's said and done, we didn't have the platform to build on top of that platform. Because it was all messed up with the behind-the-scenes stuff. With Darren Moore, with who we brought in. It took us 2 weeks to get Sick going. And even when he did the press conference, that Chancellor was like, he's not a great manager, but he's this. It's like, so why did you hire him in the first place? I remember that press conference. It was a car crash. Everything from the moment we got promoted, apart from the... well, you could say everything from the moment we got promoted. Could look at the Bernard just feels like a loan to me. It could lose it because he's only here for a year. That's the issue. But you look at from there onwards, from the moment we had the thing going round the what is it? Town hall where we were showing that we got promoted, showing the trophy off, all that kind of gubbins, right? The moment we had that, it was a disaster because we had the new sponsorship on the kit for next season. That wasn't signed off by the people who actually owned the company. It wasn't signed off. And that's the thing. We're screwed from the get-go. We played the potential of players that may argue not played like that since Eustace was in charge. Better late than never. Rotherham game is a must win for us. Win that and we're near there. I think you win that, you probably are there, mate. Mo started off good, got injured, never got much game time after that. Mo? Who's Mo? Oh, Momo Diaby, yeah. Well, Momo Diaby had one good game. The club behind the scenes fucked it all. Yeah, it was all messed up behind the scenes. There's no way that you have a situation where you build on what you did at Wembley and what you did at Peterborough and then have that happen behind the scenes. No one knew what was going on in terms of player recruitment. No one knew what was going on in terms of the manager situation. We had only, I think it was 17-ish players for a pre-season. We had to use all the people we had in the academy, so we had to take academy lads on pre-season. You can't build a team with academy lads if you're then not going to use them for the rest of the season. Was it end of season who absolutely cut up? Yeah, it was at Down Eagle. It was, which I saw that, which I wasn't best pleased about. But here's the thing. We have a normal, sensible footballing season. After that, you can probably say, yeah, we'll finish mid-table. Or we'll finish 16th, 17th, right? But you don't have that. That's the thing. Chancellor said we're going to go for it after the... Chansiri did the usual Chansiri thing by put a target on what we were going to do. That's the thing. Chansiri, when he first came in, I want Premiership football by 2017. Should never put a target on it. This season, goes on to Talk Sports, go to Talk Sport, goes, I think we can get playoffs. Doesn't give people the money to do playoffs or something. Johnson plays like crap after getting his arm crushed by a dope player. Yeah, he did. He just couldn't. I think he was in a lot of pain. Will Bayer be resigned? Well, he's out of contract, mate. He can't resign if he's out of contract. I think he'll leave. It's up to the fans. It's up to the fans as an individual whether we can take the drama next season, because in my opinion, I'm sure you agree, need to act with, otherwise I'm taking a back step. I won't take a back step because I'm just somebody who likes my club, but I'll support it when it's in the shit. I'll support it when it's doing amazingly. I've done it for too long. I've done this channel for too long talking about Wednesday. I understand people who are going to... if Chancellor said it was raining, I'd still go outside to check the bloke a total clown. I agree. 100%. This is the thing. And Birmingham fans know what it's like to have a thing. Should definitely say, yeah, I'm not going to read that, Mac Power. Nice try. Goodbye. 10 minutes out, mate. I'm not here for that tomfoolery crap. Surprisingly, John, I'm not nervous at all. I burnt out my nerve systems, so the time being out, I've learnt to leave it as an in tray of the football gods. Yeah. I think it's that thing where I am very intrigued to see what happens next season. That is the one thing that I am very intrigued to see what happens next season and how we get on. Because it's going to be interesting what a Danny Rule team looks like if he's still here. Finger crossed, I think he will be. Because he sounds like he's already making plans. I have the situation where I get to this point of the season where I am very burnt out. I'm very burnt out from being a fan, but I'm burnt out on the content. And I always get to like end of season talk about because mate, I'm not gonna get into this one, mate. I had Glenn, I had the weekend from fucking hell. You know what? For that, Glenn, is you're gonna be a dick to me. I have 10 minutes as well. You've never made a stupid joke, Glenn. Tom, all right, Punky, my brother James, the shout is the chief. Hey, Tom. The thing is, I'm not going to rip that clown a new one because at the end of the day, mate, he is somebody coming to try and make a clip out of me doing something stupid. Kind of thing. I literally had the weekend from hell with Duff this weekend. Like I said, just be respectful and stuff. That's all I ask from people. Kind of thing. All I ever ask for is to be respectful when it does so. In FWF fan 101, well, I clearly finished my dinner and arrived at a P4 moment. I think for me, it's the situation where I get burnt out this time of season. Glenn basically, I timed out Max Power because he said about us signing someone called, I'm not going to say it, you can imagine what it is. And Glenn gone, mate, when I have been timed out, you've ripped into why didn't you do the same with that clown? And just because I can't be art for this season, kind of thing. Fun total would be ideal. Hold on a minute. I am all over the place now. My flow gone. Give me a minute. My flow's completely gone. Just FYI, lack of respect in here from anyone. They get nuked. Ended good. Don't be twats. I'm not going to ban Glenn. He just got timeout. I want the season to be over too. You're going to need to behave though. Stop winding up all the time. Can't wait for the end of the season. You know what? I'm looking forward to the end of the season because I'm ready for it. We all need a break from the season. It's mentally draining. To be honest, it is mentally draining, mate. Stoke Plymouth, huge. If Stoke lose that, I don't think they're in big trouble. I'll be interested to see what it is. Rise above the fourth, mate. You'll appreciate it. Cheers, Robert. I much appreciate that, mate. Just gets a little bit difficult this time of the season. Like I said, not had a great weekend. Yesterday, if I can find it. Hang on, let me find the picture. I don't know how much of you'll see this. That was my face yesterday after I had a seizure and I couldn't get my face to undrop, sadly. So one side of my face just completely dropped, and I've only just today properly been able to see out of it, kind of thing, the eye. Speak to Barry Ban about it. And he's also married, so I don't know how he stole your girl. So a little joke at the end of the season after the last one. Glenny, good lad. He's a huge wind-up merchant. He just gets on Jake's nerves last night. That's pretty much it. I'm better now, Zach. I'm better now. Still, vision's not great, but it is what it is. But I am getting new glasses this week, so yeah. I was burnt out about 10 games ago. A friend asked me how I was. I said I was riding the Sheffield Wednesday roller coaster. Someone laughed. I turned around and it was Lee Gregory. Everyone wants the king crown to fail. Frankly, work your arse off to get where you are, Jake. Has over the last few years, rather than turning down people, actually did the effort to build. Cheer for that worker, mate. I think it's this whole thing where I'm going to be intrigued to see what happens in the summer. We'll know what's going on with Chancery and what happens. It will be a panto at Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, yeah, it will be. Can you imagine if this is... Right, I'm just going to set the scene here. I need the chimes. Where are the chimes? Right. Magical mystery kind of thing, right? Imagine... If we get a statement, right, dinner for me, gonna drink and chill out, right, would normally wish you luck for the weekend, but Olive wouldn't mean it by saying, no, none taken though, John. At the same time, I'm not gonna wish you luck either. Here's the thing, right? Imagine if we got a statement at the end of the season going, hi, it's Chancery, it's been not the season we wanted, blah, 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 blah. At the end, it goes, in the next couple of days, there'll be a statement about the future of the club, right? Kind of thing. And then we suddenly get something like, we get a takeover. I can't see it fucking happening. Like, if DC sells, the drinks are on me. Jake, you work so hard. You don't deserve any of this shit. Cheers, Debbie. I much appreciate that, love. It's difficult. Difficult end of the season. It's like, I want to stay up for the Sheffield derby, the Steel City derby, but I also know that comes with its own load of crap as well, kind of thing. It comes with its own kind of situation, which ain't great. But you put your... That is really raining outside. Jesus Christ. I'm going to get soaked. I believe they're the special department the East with sheep. Same, I've missed them. God, that's the dream I live for. New ownership. That whole thing, it could be really weird. I love for us to have something where we have new ownership, and I won't lie, new ownership scares me a little bit, kind of thing. I want to stay up and wind the United fans with minor 2-point deduction. That would be nice. I think I've got the situation where if we can stay up, then fantastic. You give Danny what he wants to build and you crack on. Makes it an easier job for the rebuild. The rebuild is a lot easier if we stay up. It's harder in League One, but you get younger players in because they want to do so. New ownership is the only thing that can take it forward. New ownership is the only thing that takes it forward. Can help Danny build the club he wants, in my view. Lengthy timeline is that'll be at least 3 times under Chancery. Possibly. Let's have a look here. Can I? Alright. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard one. Let's say Danny leaves. I know he won't. My idea candidate would be top ball boss David Chandler. Not a bad shout, but I think he will want to build something there. For once, he wasn't Sarah. But yeah, it's that thing where let's see where we are, kind of thing. Let's see where we are come Sunderland game. There'll still be debriefs. There'll still be live stream from me. There'll still be video from me. Even when I go, I'll be ramping it down a little bit. Let's be honest with you, I don't ramp down. Whenever I get told I can't do something, or I get told that's not possible for you to do, I go for the next bit. What do you think it takes when to stay up, or do you think... I think we've got to win all 3 remaining games, Mark. Honest with you. I think we have to win the last remaining games just to give us any shadow of a doubt. I think Blackburn is winnable because the home record is naff. West Brom, you take a draw, and I think you probably could get a winnable result at Sunderland because there's nothing to play for. You look at West Brom. Let's just have a look at the table a minute. Oh, bollocks. That's the sodding embargo list from last season. Oh, it's really weird to see embargo at Leicester City. All right, let's go here. So, let's have a look at the table. So, you say West Brom are probably safe, right? West Brom are safe, but I mean, West Brom have got playoffs. That's what I'm saying. West Brom do have playoffs by lots of it now. By the time they play us, they might just want to build on momentum, right? Blackburn need the win. Sunderland, they're mid-table. They're not going up, they're not going down. For them, it's just going to be one big home game to go, thank you for your support over the season, kind of thing, and we'll see what happens there. That's the thing. First, I think nothing less than 9 points. True. Saturday shit up for me. Looking forward to them, mate. Cheers, Jacob. Remember when Chancery and his bot said nobody will buy the club? Simon Jones, one of them says, love to own us under right 30. Yes, I know nothing in what Joey is meaning that he's out there. Chancery doesn't live in our world. look like we did last year. Look what we did last year. We can do it again as players. I do agree, Richard. If we can give 100%, I think it's able to do so. Apologies for. So, right, Glenn. I wasn't. The thing is, you brought up the fact that I've already timed him out, and didn't really comment. I didn't go mental at him because there was no need to go mental at him, because it was a stupid comment to try and clip me. No worries, mate. Your apology accepted. Give me a minute. Stupid fucking watch. There we go. This is what I've heard too. I don't know if it's true. So don't take my partner's chance of taking SWZ off the market for the kits. So he would be making his own kits again. If we're going down the route of making our own kits again, that is going to mean we're not going to have kits till like December. If he has gone down that route again, I don't know. Debbie, sorry, not Mike, who said it. I don't know if he had done that. It would make sense though with him doing a 50% sale on all the Macron stuff, and it would make sense that we don't know what's going on with the Macron deals. And I have a funny feeling he's possibly gone down that route again to try and build it up, but it didn't work last time, so I don't know how it would work. If he's doing his own kits again, worried me a little bit because we never got the money, we never got it through. If that's what that Simon Jordan is thinking, it seems likely others are thinking the same. Not just sure though. True, that's true. Just look at how we all got to take our mortgages out for next season ticket. Yeah, I got to hire a security guard to take the cash in. Jesus Christ, that's not fun. The way we did our season tickets this year were mental. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night there. Keep an eye out for videos this week. There'll be a roundup on Friday, per usual. But, yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. DC, Gassama, and Masaba. DC, Gassama, and Masaba. Yeah, I do think they are a big part of it. They're also on big long-term deals, Glenn. That's the thing. They're on long-term deals, and that's the thing for me. Let me read some of these before I go. I think the 50 would cover Macron to get it for me, for maybe just to clear stock. If we stay up, chances to sell via glory to survive, but we need players to play off one, and that don't happen. Cheers, mate. CJ, night, mate. Have a good one, guys. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll speak to you midweek. Gassama's 2028, I think, and one 2026. Anyway, I will speak to you all soon.